So we now know that Project Maverick is actually a game called Star Wars Squadron. And over the past couple of days, little bits of information have been sort of coming out ahead of the official release, which will happen tomorrow. Let's break all of that down. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button with the powers of the Force, and let's get right into this. There's a lot to get to. So you will recall that Project Maverick has been a rumored Star Wars game being developed by EA. This has been on the tip of many people's tongues. We've been talking about it for months and months, ever since a leak on the PlayStation Network showcased that there was indeed a Star Wars game called Project Maverick with multiplayer capacities coming out eventually on the PlayStation Network. And even last Sunday for Star Wars Sunday, we did a breakdown of everything we knew and we thought we knew about that game. We got a lot of stuff right in that video, but there's even more juicy details to mull over now. And one of the weirdest parts here is that it would seem that Xbox was not super down with the PlayStation Network getting all of the buzz for leaking stuff about Project Maverick. And so on Friday, a piece of artwork leaked on Xbox.com, and this leak showed the official name for Project Maverick and some official art. And that image revealed the title of that game to be called Star Wars Squadrons. And then that Friday at around 2 p.m., EA came out and confirmed that the leak was real, and they said that they would be revealing more of the official game on Monday, June 15th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, short side note, we are actually going to be streaming tomorrow morning on this channel starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will stream all the way to the Star Wars Squadrons reveal, and then we'll stream after that and just be talking amongst ourselves as we're reacting to the official reveal from EA and just everything that we think is going on. So subscribe to this channel if you have not. That way you won't miss that stream tomorrow morning. Now, all of that stuff is pretty crazy. It's pretty cool stuff, and of course, we're very excited to get the official reveal tomorrow or whenever depending on when you watch this. It probably already happened on June 15th, but we couldn't stop there. You know, we just couldn't stop there, and so we've gathered some leakage from an insider, and now we're going to talk about that. So a lot of this information is coming from a man named Jeff Grubb. Now, if you look up Jeff Grubb's past in the gaming industry, it's no surprise that this dude is an insider in some ways. He probably has a ton of different connections and knows a ton of different people that have worked on this project, and he's tweeting a bunch of stuff, revealing stuff online that we take with a grain of salt. It's not confirmed, but it seems to be pretty legit. So at a base level, Jeff has revealed that the game is going to have a very small campaign, but be majorly focused on multiplayer. That was something that was already rumored, something we went over in our video last week, but it is nice to know that it will have some story elements. Jeff Grubb also revealed on Twitter that the official gameplay for Star Wars Squadrons will not be coming out until Wednesday, June 18th during an event called EA Play, which is a big live streaming event where they're going to be showcasing a bunch of different games, so we'll get some official gameplay then. And he also slipped in there on a Twitter thread that the game is going to support VR or virtual reality. Okay, guys, so that's all the official stuff, and of course some additional details leaked to us by Jeff Grubb on Twitter, who seems to be a very reliable source. Now, I do want to speculate a little bit here myself, so take my hand. Let's go to speculation town. Okay, so here's the deal. I talked about in the video last Sunday that there's just something really weird when they keep calling it a unique game, right? A lot of the buzz we've heard about Star Wars Squadrons is that it is going to be a very unique game and a smaller game. And my personal speculation here is still that the model for this type of game could be a live service game, have a short campaign, but more or less have a life cycle that is dependent on people providing microtransactions, or rather acquiring microtransactions for different things, whether they be cosmetic or gameplay elements. I think the game itself, considering the fact that it's mostly focused on multiplayer, would lend itself really nicely to that live service game model. That is, as I said in the previous video, the model that Battlefront 2 eventually took. That's more or less the model there for Battlefront 2. I think it's a pretty smart model. Now, I don't know if that's going to turn a bunch of people off or not. I've already seen a lot of people espousing the belief or the attitude that they're not really into a strictly multiplayer game. They want to play story stuff, and that's all well and good. But for me personally, I'm actually more of a multiplayer person. I love the idea of this fighter simulation with, you know, all of the Star Wars ships being a multiplayer focused game where I can get on with my buddies or against some of my buddies and just see who's the better pilot in the Star Wars universe. But I guess what I'm really saying is either way, if this is a smaller game, I just do not want to see that $60 price tag. So if the game comes in at a smaller price or it is free with microtransactions, that seems like a much better deal to me, and I think that would help the success of this game. But guys, that's my only personal speculation on this. Again, we're going to be talking about this tomorrow, live streaming right here on this channel. So feel free to let me know your thoughts about Project Maverick, which is now Star Wars Squadrons, and let me know what you think about this live service thing. You know, there was some debate about this in the last video's comments section. I found it really interesting. So I again want to know what you're thinking about this in the comments section below. And now let's shout out Matthew Cassidy. Yes, indeed, it is an unidentified moon that Ahsoka buries all of the clones on at the end of the Clone Wars. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know, what is the name of this Imperial ship that is shown on the Star Wars Squadrons official poster? Answer that question in the comment section below. If you absolutely need more nerdy content in your life, click or tap over there to watch some more of our videos, or come on by our live streaming channel where we do live streams all throughout the week. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.